Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video, we are going to discuss about the crazy synergy between the new anniversary legends. We're not going to go into the classroom, let's get into the bar. You can sit down, dear viewer, yes, you're Makino, I made you hot, you're welcome. And I will be Shanks, with two hands, so I can edit the video. Let's begin with the anniversary exclusive legend, Roger, because he has the most clear synergies with the rest of the legends in this 10th anniversary. The first synergy is with Luffy, and they are connected through the Powerhouse class. They can help each other gain access to their EX supers respectively, and on top of that, Roger can be the one providing an ore boost for Luffy to increase its multiplier through his special. That is of course providing Luffy is in the captain spot. If Roger is in the captain spot, he will just gain all of his buffs. The next synergy is with Shanks. They are connected through the Slasher class, and if Shanks is captain, Roger has the ability to provide an attack boost, which of course Shanks can increase with his special. And once again, they help each other gain access to their EX supers. And finally, with his son Ace. They are connected through the Dex color, and if Ace is captain, then Roger can provide a color affinity boost, which Ace then with his special can increase. And that is of course why they have the same type, and in this situation as well, they can help each other get one step closer to EX super access. More synergies are available between Roger and the Super Sugufest exclusives. Of course, he can provide extensions with his EX Super to specific buffs the other characters can provide, and he can even help utility-wise since they have no utility in common. Roger can remove Special Bind from his captain ability and then reduce 7 turns of defense up and attack down through his special. The synergy Roger has with everyone though, as I mentioned before, is pretty straightforward. So let's talk about the Super Sugufest exclusives instead. Luffy, Shanks and Ace. What we can immediately see is that they have no common colors or classes. Luffy is Int, Fighter Powerhouse, Shanks is Sai, Cerebral Slasher, and Ace is Dex, Shooter Free Spirit. And even though all of them can provide a universal captain attack boost for 4.5 times, they have the ability to provide their maximum boosting to their color and to classes. Which means that if we place Shanks as a crewmate in a team where Luffy is captain, he won't be getting the maximum boosting from Luffy straight off the bat. We don't need their color or both classes though. We are going to focus on their first class. Luffy is Fighter, Shanks is Cerebral, and Ace is Shooter, with all of them having an EX Super Special, and without any combination being left out, they can help each other get one step closer gaining access to it. Luffy needs 3 specific characters to gain access to it, Shanks needs 2, Ace needs 2 as well, because Ace and Shanks do not have the Straw Hat crew available in their list, other than Luffy. All of these characters have very similarly structured captain abilities, special abilities, action special upgraded captain abilities, and EX supers as well. Through their EX super, they can transition the first class of all crewmates, if it is a specific one, into their first class. So Luffy can transition someone into a fighter. And the reason that happens is so they can provide their maximum boosting to said crewmates. For Luffy specifically, he can transition Cerebral and Shooter characters into fighter. As we immediately notice, he can transition both Shanks and Ace into a fighter, allowing them to gain the maximum boosting from him. Not only from his captain ability, but also from his special. Luffy can provide an attack boost and a base attack boost, and both of these buffs can be applied to Shanks and Ace with their first class transitioned after using Luffy's EX Super. Meanwhile, Shanks can transition fighter and shooter characters into Cerebral, meaning both Luffy and Ace can get the maximum boosting from his Captain ability, but also his Color Affinity and Ore boost from his Special and EX Super abilities, respectively. And finally, you guessed it, Ace can transition fighters and cerebral units, so both Luffy and Shanks, into shooters. No matter who becomes captain, number 1, he can have help from the other two gaining access to his EX Super, and then he can transition them into the correct class so they can have the maximum boosting from him. All of the characters help each other with the Rush Sugo special requirements as well, on top of the EX Super. But what happens with the actual buffs we can provide to the team? We of course have the obvious stuff, where Luffy can provide an attack boost, Shanks a Color Affinity boost, Ace an Ore boost, right? But we have more synergy than that. Let's take Shanks and Luffy, for example. Luffy can provide a Color Affinity boost from his EX Super, and Shanks can do the same from his Special. But Shanks, if Luffy provides the Color Affinity boost first, can from his Special, instead of a Color Affinity boost, provide chain boundaries. Something very similar happens between Shanks and Ace, because Shanks can provide an Ore boost from his EX Super, and Ace can do the same from his Special, but if an Ore boost exists, then he will provide a conditional attack boost, while also inflicting the debuff for the conditional attack boost to be enabled to the enemy through immunity. This synergy exists between Luffy and Ace as well, since Ace from his EX Super provides the attack boost, and Luffy can do the same from his Special, but if an attack boost exists, he would then provide a base attack boost. Something that of course we must keep in mind, the buff these legends can provide through their EX Super, even though it can be similar to the buff another one of them can provide from their Special, it is not the same value of a multiplier. So the Color Affinity boost from Luffy's EX Super is 2.5 times. The lower the Color Affinity boost multiplier from Shanks' Special can be is 3.5 times, going to a 4 times maximum. That counts for the attack boost and Ore boost buffs as well. And another thing is that the buff is provided to different color and classes. So Luffy provides it to Int, Fighter, Powerhouse, while Shanks provides it for a higher multiplier to Sai, Cerebral and Slasher. Of course, with Luffy transitioning Shanks into a fighter unit, he can still get the Color Affinity boost from Luffy's EX Super. But always depending on the situation and what buffs you actually want your team to get, depending on what helps you the most or fits the team better, you might want to change your approach. But the synergy goes even further. And now you're like, what? Even more stuff? I'm already confused. Well, get ready to be even more confused. We are actually getting a buff to an already existing boost from every character's Special. Luffy buffs an Ore boost that Ace can provide from his Special and Shanks from his EX Super. Luffy buffs an attack boost that Ace can provide with his EX Super and Luffy with his Special, and Ace gives a buff to a Color Affinity boost that Luffy can provide with his EX Super and Shanks with his Special. Of course, their utility can coexist as well, since none of them provides the same utility with the other. At this point, maybe we should be asking what doesn't synergize between these three legends. Well, you can calm down now, because I have the answer for that as well. It's the supports, they don't perfectly synergize. Luffy cannot be attached on Ace or Shanks as a support, and then Shanks doesn't work as a support on Ace, and Ace doesn't work as a support on Luffy. Ace does work as a support on this Shanks though, and Shanks does work as a support on our Luffy. Luffy actually, generally, cannot even be attached to Shanks and Ace characters as a support, meanwhile the other two can be attached on Luffy units. For these three specifically though, the Ace cannot help the Luffy. And these are all the crazy synergies the 10th anniversary legends have with each other. Class dismissed. If you learned something about the 10th anniversary legends from this video or you enjoyed it, definitely leave a like, I would really appreciate it and it helps out the channel a lot. You can check out more One Piece Treasure Cruise 10th anniversary content if you haven't already, and as always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.